lashes are the devil. But I see why we dance with the devil, because these bitches is fierce. What's good? It's your girl D, back with another video. Yeah, it's a little quickie. You know, I've held on to this for quite a while. I've not had a chance to really play with it in depth yet, at least on camera. So I'm whip this up together. And if you want to see, you know, it's not using everything, but I will have some other looks coming soon. I don't know how long I'm gonna leave these lashes on, but yeah. So I did use most of what's in the box. Several of the eyeshadow shades. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 5 eyeshadow shades actually. One of the blushes, a little bit of the highlight, and the bronzer, and the primer, and the eyeliner. Did not use the purple mascara since I'm wearing these falsies, and I didn't want to make my falsies purple, but whatever. So, Too Faced, the power of makeup. If you'd like to see how we whip this up, please stay tuned after the jump.
Hey everyone. With this being a Too Faced product, I wanted to keep as many Too Faced items in the video as I could. First off, we are starting off with the Hangover Prescription Face Primer. Something a little bit different from what it is that I typically use, but since I had a deluxe sample, why not go on ahead and throw it in, right? Fishy fish. Next up, per usual, using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance as a eyeshadow primer. Apparently, I'd never actually paid attention to this, but it has a 24-hour anti-crease claim. And now moving on to the actual shadow look, I used 5 out of the 9 shadows that were in the palette. The first one that I wind up using, actually, hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself. I forgot, I have Too Faced eyeshadow brushes. Oh my gosh, why not use those too, right? If you didn't catch those when they had their initial sale earlier in the year, you missed out. So the first shadow that I'm using is called Painkiller. It's a nice top khaki light brown kind of color, and I'm just going to be applying that actually all over the lid, but primarily in the crease area to serve as a transitional shade. I don't know what's going on with my nose right then, and I fidget with my face a lot. I try to edit as much of that out as I can, but if you wind up seeing it, don't judge, okay? Okay. So I'm actually using the crease brush for that. Now, if I can just hold the damn palette right, I'm actually going to go in and I'm thinking about it. We have decided we're going with the Irresistible shade, which is one of their, looks like it's a finely milled bright glitter. And I have discovered, because I first played with this palette before going on camera with it, I have discovered that the glittery shades in the palette work best with some type of setting spray. So what I decided to do, and you see me do it you don't see me do it on camera, but what I actually did was I sprayed the brush with a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus. First, I actually put the shadow on the brush, then sprayed the Fix Plus onto the shadow part that I got on the brush, and then I've been patting it into place. And I found that that works pretty damn well in regards to getting that color to actually show up. Before it was really translucent, you could use it maybe as a little bit of a highlight, maybe an inner corner highlight, but with the Fix Plus or whatever setting spray it is that you decide to use, it just pops right out. Do you see how freaking bright that is right there? Like, oh my gosh, 24 karat gold. Now we're deciding, we're thinking, maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Nah, son, not that one. Wait for it. Alright, we decided on the color. It is Wham Bam, which is a shimmer purple. And I go ahead and apply that on the outer section of the lid, opposite of what I applied for the Irresistible color. And I know, you know, I have a bad habit of wanting to just go ahead and sweep the color on. So you'll see me alternate between patting and sweeping. But one thing that I do as I'm getting ahead of myself on camera. Applying this on the outer section of the lid, and then after that I go back in and I alternate between the Irresistible as well as the Wham Bam, and I blend. Remember, my personal mantra is to blend to save your edges. You will blend to save your relationship. You will blend to save your life. So there's a lot of alternating back and forth between these two shades and blending, using a little bit of the Irresistible, going ahead and sweeping it there, using the Wham Bam, alternating. See, there we go. There's that blend right there. That blendy, blendy, blend, blend, blend. Because you remember, you gotta blend to save your edges. Blend to save your life. Sometimes you blend to save your relationship. I'm currently not in one right now, but you know, it might work for you. I don't know. Maybe. But just blending where those two colors meet to help them to marry and transition very well. So you see me turn to the left and to the right quite a bit to make sure that it actually looks okay. Now we're going in with the crease brush, and we're taking this dark matte black that they have. The shade is called Wanted, and I'm going on the absolute outer V with this to go ahead and just shape the look overall and to give it a little bit of depth, maybe dimension. I don't know. But I just decided, you know what, the black is really just going to set this off. And again, even though I'm taking it on the outer V, you see how we just gone ahead and turned, and it made a kind of noise? Yep, that's what we're going for. That right there. When you just go ahead and look, you're like, oh, that was kind of nice. I appreciate that. All right, okay, I see you. So just taking that on the outer V and blending it in well. I don't know what I'm thinking. All right, we're winging it, because you know what I did? I just completely made this up. Alright, test up so far. Test up close so far, right? Think we good? Think we're good. Now we're taking the very thin liner brush that they have in that set, and I'm going in with the shade Mystic Hour. And I don't know why I like this, but I'm actually starting at the inner corner of the eye and going upward over the shape of the lid, right there at the very edge of where the eyeshadow is. And I don't know why it is that I do this. I don't know, maybe I'm subconsciously practicing for a cut crease. Maybe I just think it's different and it's cool. Maybe it's just an easy way to make your look pop. I don't know. But I tried this with my Juvia's Place palette, and it came out pretty well. But for this, I actually took it and I blended it into the black a little bit. And then afterwards, I go ahead and I take some more of the Wham Bam and put that on the bottom lid to go ahead and complete the shadow look. Yay me! Now, off camera, I actually applied foundation. Too Faced foundations are not deep enough for me, but their concealer I managed to make work. I used their Born This Way concealer in the shade Deep. The foundation that I'm wearing is the Cover FX Cream Foundation in the shade N100. It is one of my winter shades, and you'll see I kind of change a little bit with having my chest out and the lighting. Sometimes it looks like it looks well, and then sometimes anyway, so you know, it's time for a different shade. I don't know. I've got like 37 foundations. Right now I'm blending in the concealer with my Icing 3-point high definition foundation brush. And do not sleep on Icing's brushes. They're their beauty products. They are absolutely amazing and ever so much worth your while. Long lasting. Those brushes never have shed. And I've had some of these brushes for years. They still work. I'm setting with my Sasha Buttercup setting powder, and I'm actually using a beauty blender that came from Icing as well, that's got this chiseled into it. But rather than actually doing any kind of baking, I'm literally just pressing the powder into the skin so that it absorbs, and it's helping to give a little bit more warmth back to the face as well too, so that I'm not looking completely washed out with that foundation being such a crazy shade. Even though I mean it works in the wintertime when the rest of me is kind of a high yellow. Like I said, depends on the angle. Maybe it's the lighting, I don't know. But oh well. We just go ahead and just buff that in. I'm thinking I'm fierce. Next up, Oh, look, it's time for bronzer. The chocolate soleil. But oh, bitch, we have the full size. We're not fucking with this right here. Nah, son. Even though it does smell heavenly and divine, just go ahead and apply that bronzer right there on the jawbone. I'm using my icing buffing brush or buffer brush. Some kind of damn brush that buffs, whatever. Y'all know what the hell I mean. Anyways, just using that to go ahead and get the bronzer all over, kind of as a finishing spray. Now, I kind of finished these up as well, kind of edit most of it out. I have not been able to put down this brow pencil. This is actually the Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow Pencil. The brow products that Too Faced has, I don't think would work for me. I haven't had a chance to play with them yet, but I went ahead and just did my brows with that pencil. I'm cleaning up again with the Born This Way concealer and my Morphe E11 brush, and just making sure that the tips of the wings are lovely, and then blending the concealer down. You always have to concentrate whenever you're doing your brows. Blendy blend. Again, blend to save your edges. Blend to save your life. It is so necessary. Well, damn, did I blend enough? Anyways, I guess so. Next up, moving on to the Too Faced sketch marker in the shade Black. Now, I have discovered normally I would use my Liner Designer by Beauty Blender, but this does not have a very flexible felt tip. Oh, wait, sorry, didn't use that yet. I'm tight lining with the Urban Decay 24/7 liner, because Too Faced doesn't have a cold liner or a pencil liner. If they do, I haven't found it right now. But I always tight line first. Sorry, the damn things both are black, so I got confused. There is the freaking sketch marker. I usually tight line first to go ahead and set the point of where I want the wing to begin. And normally I would use my Beauty Blender Liner Designer, which is my little flexible tab that sticks on to the side of your face to help make sure that the eyeliner has a good solid edge. But with this particular eyeliner, the tip of it is not flexible. It really does operate like a marker, so you have to have an incredibly steady hand. It is not flexible, so if you mess up on your wing, girl, and low-key I did mess up on my wing, but we gonna cover it up with some eyelashes later. Now, it is solid, I will say that. I have to say my Kat Von D is my favorite, but this is solid and very long lasting. When I first swatched them in store, this shade was the one to last the absolute longest. But we go ahead and work it out with the wing anyways. Look at that fierceness. When I look at myself, I'm like, bitch, yes, I am fierce. Fierce. I don't know about all that, but checking the wings. Alright, they look good. Right? Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and throw on some lashes. These are my Ardell Wispies. And again, I never wear lashes because they are the devil. So you actually are not going to see me put on the second one. It's just going to magically motherfucking appear, because that's how much I hate dealing with lashes, and that's how much time it wastes filming that shit and trying to make it look perfect for you. Where'd that? Okay, alright. Whatever, random break. Now we have both lashes on, and I actually, instead of taking the purple Born This Way, or not purple Born This Way, but the purple mascara Better Than Sex, I use just the regular deluxe sample, Now, keeping it all Too Faced, I'm using my Melted liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Melted Villain, which is one of my absolute favorite deep purples, and I'm just staring at myself. Clearly, I am feeling myself. Feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. But alright, cool. Since we do have that smidgen of purple in the eyeshadow, I figured that a purple lip color would suit this best. And I love the applicator on the melted lipsticks. The doe foot on the melted mattes, the applicator on these liquid lipsticks, they all are just completely accurate. Soft, not drying, wham bam. After that, going in with just a little bit of blush, I'm using the shade Justify My Love. I'm actually using my Real Techniques blush brush from their sculpting set. I didn't actually do any kind of contouring because I didn't feel like it, and you know, we're kind of lazy and just trying to make this a quick and easy video. Right. And then I go back in for the highlighter, and I use the Champagne Truffle and just sweep the smallest amount on top of that. And you know what? There we are. We are good.
As always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comment section. I've got plenty of videos coming soon, so please stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to see you back on the channel. Make sure you check out the giveaway video. It should be showing up somewhere in this area. And I will see you next time. Take care.